everyone! So today we're gonna have a little generally sit-down video. I just kind of want to talk about realistic self-care. So if you saw a video of mine maybe a couple weeks ago at this point, I was trying to create a video in which I did all of my like dream self-care things, like if I actually did everything correctly, and that included waking up super early and getting all this stuff done and blah 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 blah. That didn't happen, obviously. I was kind of bummed about it, but then I really started thinking about it, and the act of trying to have this perfect self-care regimen was actually detrimental to my mental health and everything. So it kind of backfired. I think there is something to be said about feeling a certain amount of stress if you're trying to make some kind of life change. Putting yourself under stress really does encourage growth. So obviously doing push-ups hurts like hell until you get strong enough to do them. Putting yourself in uncomfortable positions is also self-care. But for people who, like me currently, I'm not trying to make any huge change. What are some just daily things that I can do to make myself feel good? And I want to talk about a couple that are really important that I do every single day. I just kind of listen to what my body wants and do that. So let's start off with my morning routine. So I'm pretty lucky in that I have never had a problem waking up to an alarm. I pretty much get out of bed and I don't hit snooze. Wow, I got out of bed so fast. So when I do wake up, I immediately go for my phone and I put on a 15-minute timer to separate myself from my phone. It is so helpful. The app that I use is Forest, but there are so many other options, and just putting that on helps me so much to not just get back in bed and start scrolling on my phone. So 15-minute timer set, beautiful. Then I actually just started doing breathing exercises, and this was inspired by Hitomi Mochizuki, who, if you don't watch her YouTube videos, that is an act of self-care in and of itself. She is just peace personified, and she was talking about how she does a lot of breathing exercises. I do use breathing exercises for when I'm feeling anxious or nervous or scared or anything like that, but I never thought about it just as kind of an energizer. You focus on breathing during yoga, but I never thought of like just breathing by itself. And I'm a very shallow breather, to the point where there are some times during the day where I will just go because my body just suddenly needs oxygen. So I'll do like a big gulping breath. I'm like a whale, you know, coming up for air. Anyway, so I started doing a few breathing exercises, and I'll link some stuff down below, just in the morning, and it genuinely does wake me up. It makes me feel healthier. It makes my body feel more alive. It makes me feel more aware of my body. You can do it sitting in bed in your pajamas, and it's a great way to start the day. So that's actually what I do for probably like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, not that long, just until I feel good. And then when I really get out of bed this time and I start heading for the bathroom, I will just kind of check in with my body and see what it needs. Like, does my shoulder hurt? Does my knee feel funny? I love doing lunges, so like, do I want to do lunges? And I just kind of do whatever feels good. And ever since I started that, doing literally anything in the morning, typically your body will want more of that. So I find myself, if I do some kind of good physical activity in the morning for my body, whether that's just stretching, whatever, I tend to do it during the day too. Like, I'll be making tea and all of a sudden I'll be like stretching it out, you know. I just kind of listen to my body. I don't put pressure on myself to do like a massive 30-minute HIIT class or whatever. I do that other times. Then I head further through my apartment into my bathroom and I do my morning skincare. And here is my updated morning skincare routine. Good morning. This section is about morning skincare, a realistic look at what I actually do. For night skincare, which I will talk about a little bit later, I will usually put on, I will definitely have moisturizer, and if not moisturizer, I will have a sleeping mask. So first thing that I do is I go in and I just wash my face with hot water, warm water. I actually don't use a cleanser in the morning. But my first product is this toner. My Fig Essence toner ran out recently and I had this as a gift, so I'm just like trying to use everything that I have. It's from the same brand. It's a Wish Trend brand, and it's the rice toner. So I haven't used too much of it. It's a little foamy. I just put it on my face as one would. But I do really like this toner. The Fig one, the Supple Preparation and the Fig are still my favorite ones from Wish Trend. There it is. Toner. And then after that, literally the only thing that I use is my Rich Moist Soothing Cream from Wish Trend that I'm obsessed with. It's from Claire's. It's just a really nice cream, unscented. This has been like my holy grail product for probably going on 3 years. I will also put on my sunscreen, and this isn't necessarily my favorite sunscreen, but I'm just trying to get through them. It is the Dr. Jart Every Sunday Tone Up sunscreen. And the thing that I love and hate about this is that it is very slightly tinted. It's like slightly beige. And so it kind of like evens out my skin tone. Now on to some tools that I use. I have mentioned this little guy before. It's the Foreo Bear Mini. This isn't sponsored, but it's basically a microcurrent device that you can use to send like electricity into your face, and it helps with the circulation in your skin, so that helps your skin look a lot more youthful. It helps with fine lines and stuff, like relaxing those muscles. I try to use it every day, but I'm not disciplined. For a much cheaper option though, I also use this ice roller which was like $1, and it's just a little ice pack on a little wheel, and I already put all my skincare on, but whatever. You just roll it on your face, and it helps with any kind of swelling or anything. If you have like really puffy eyes in the morning or something, it feels so good all the time. And you just keep it in your freezer. If you don't have one of these, you can use a spoon, you can use your gua sha, and do that whole thing. That's literally my morning skincare. And if I'm feeling really luxurious, I will use a mask. But one thing that I've started doing with my morning skincare is you use these for 10 to 15 minutes. I use those 10 to 15 minutes to do a thing that I have been putting off. Hey, 15-minute timer, please. You know how you have all those little tasks and you're like, it would take me literally 2 minutes to do it, but I've put it off for like 2 months. I'm the queen of that. Just yesterday I did a face mask, and while I was doing that, I washed all the dishes, or I put a load of laundry in. It's really changed how much I've been able to get done around the house, and it's kind of relieved my stress in that way, where I have one less task kind of sitting in the back of my mind. That's my morning skincare. Everything will be linked down below. Yay! Pretty much after my skincare, I go straight into work, and one thing that I think all of us can relate to is that our lives have been a little bit disrupted, whether it's you are working or going to school from home, or whether you know, whatever has changed. For me, my changes haven't necessarily been for the better. The blessing and the curse of like loving what you do is that you often forget to take breaks. And so for me, I can look down at like 10 a.m. and look up and it's 4, and I haven't had any water. I haven't stood up. And so one thing that's really been helping me, that's been like actively forcing me to take my lunch break, imagine, is listening to a podcast or an audiobook. And this is sponsored by Audible. Thank you guys. Audible is just the leading source of listenable content, so whether that is podcasts or audiobooks, etc. And they also have Audible Originals, which is content only found on Audible. And because I mainly listen to audiobooks on Audible, they're separated into chapters, and those chapters tend to be the sweet spot, the perfect amount of time for my lunch break. And because some podcasts can be too long, etc., what I do is I put on one chapter of whatever I'm listening to, and I will stand up I will stretch, I will do something else. And right now, I actually just stopped listening to it because it's genuinely scaring me. There is an Audible original called Sour Hall that is a basically like horror story, and a booktuber that I really love, Fictional Fates, recommended it, and I was like, yeah, if Joel can do it, I can do it. No. Okay, the voice actors, amazing. The sound quality, it is just, it was terrifying. Yeah, I just put that on and step away, take a break. And that does not mean go on social media. If you would like to try out Audible, if you aren't already using it, you can text Carrie Cakes to 500 500 or visit the link down below, audible.com/carriecakes, for a 30-day free membership. Yeah, check it out. Thank you, Audible, for sponsoring this. That is something that's just really been helping me, is taking a genuine 30-minute break and scaring myself shitless is basically what I've been doing. So it works, strangely enough. Next up, just keeping it really simple, is my PM skincare. Roll of tape. Okay, night skincare, more like sunset skincare. I apologize for my energy in this clip. I just finished a amazing book, so I'm literally high on life right now. But I'm gonna focus my energy. We're here talking about skincare. So if I didn't already say it before in the video, if you are interested in any of the products I mentioned that are from Wish Trend, think about holding off on purchasing them until maybe next week or next week. I can't give you the official date, but there's gonna be a deal on my end, and there's also gonna be a deal on Wish Trend's end, so save your dollars, wait just a teensy bit. But so I already washed my face and cleansed my face because I needed my sink, and I just can't film in my bathroom. So today I used the green tea and enzyme powder wash. I just started a new one, nice and full. My all-time favorite cleanser ever. It's a really light exfoliant. It's really calming. It's got that green tea in it. I love it. You will never get me to shut up about this cleanser. It is what it is. So there's that. But if it is a day, I normally don't wear any kind of concealer or any kind of face makeup. But on the off chance that I do, this is a really, what is on the lid? This is a crazy holy grail item. It is the All Clean Balm by Heimish. Excuse the lid being super dirty. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, an insane product that doesn't burn my eyes. You can just rub it all. It gets everything off of your face. It's amazing, and it's just a little balm. Boom. Next up, which we can actually do, someone you've seen before, my rice toner. Bum, ba, bum. My day and night aren't super different. My night just incorporates a few more products for like extra moisture and stuff. And then instead of just moving straight into moisturizer and SPF, there's a loud motorcycle. I use my Quad Active Boosting Essence with propolis. I've told you before, but my skin likes honey. And so anything with like a honey-based product, my skin loves, and it reacts really well. It helps a lot with acne, which around here, I think we're all dealing with a lot lately. So yeah, I just put that essence on. Then depending on how I feel, my hands are too wet to open this. Okay, depending on how I feel as well, I will also put on some vitamin C drop, which I'll do today, just for fun, just a little. This is the freshly juiced vitamin drop, and this is a tiny bit, not sticky, but it's just, it's very thick, so that's why I put it on only at night, and it does make your skin sensitive to sunlight, so even though I do wear SPF, I would prefer to just use my vitamin C products at night. And then this is where I can mix it up. Wild. I might just put on my Rich Moist Soothing Cream, but today I'm feeling fancy. And I'm gonna use my freshly juiced vitamin E mask, which I talk about all the time, but this is just the glowiest mask. It absorbs into your skin really quickly, so you can actually put this on and leave it on. You don't wash this off. You can put this on your skin in the morning, and then the whole rest of the day, your skin's gonna look almost ridiculously glowy. I use it as a night sleeping mask, and then you just wash your face as you normally would in the morning. I know some people have even used it as a daily moisturizer. So yeah, I just put a nice little layer on there and we're done. That's my nighttime skincare. I will send you off to the next point, but I hope that you enjoyed my little updated skincare routine. So bye. And last but not least, I am just a broken record. You've heard this so many times, but I just want to reiterate the most important piece of self-care is getting the hell out of here. Finding something that helps you completely detach from reality, which, you know, double-edged sword, but to healthfully escape reality for a short amount of time in the day. I cannot express how important that is. So whether that is playing video games, if you are able to play Animal Crossing and zone the hell out, you are just on your little island with your little islanders. I don't play Animal Crossing. Do that. Escape. Get out of here. For me, you know that I'm always going into these fictional worlds. I am solving a murder. I'm slaying the fairy prince. I'm hunting demons. I'm doing all this stuff, all from my little rocking chair. It's fantastic. Another thing that you know that I love to do is I love to listen to podcasts and paint, because the podcasts will help me escape mentally. I'm focused on a story. Painting actually helps distract my eyes and my hands. There is no way for me to have wandering eyes and then pick up my phone and start scrolling while I'm listening. Whether that is working out, whether that is playing an instrument. You're not sure. Put on a concert. Perform for an invisible audience. It's totally fine. Now I'm standing alone in a crowded room and we're not speaking. Learn K-pop dances. Learn whatever you want. Just be in a different reality. Create your own safe space. I hope that you find that, because it's just, especially these days where it's so difficult to disconnect, finding yourself a little pocket where you can just like go through a wormhole and be somewhere else. You can see how excited I get when I talk about it. I mean, it's a life-changing thing, and it's something that I hope that you guys all have access to. So anyway, this is where I will leave you. I hope that this was helpful in any way. These are just things where I can wake up and it's no huge stress to do them. And I think that that's a really good way to start your self-care or self-improvement journey, is to do things that don't really rock the boat and you realize, hey, change isn't that bad. And then you can start incorporating more and more change if you want to. So once again, thank you to Audible for sponsoring this. You can check out the link in the description box, audible.com/caricakes, or text caricakes to 500-500 to try a 30-day free membership. But yeah, everything I mentioned will be linked down below as always. And yeah, I hope to talk to you guys soon. I hope you guys are all doing really well. And yeah, I will see you next time. So have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye.